Rodman, Malone in the main event on pay-per-view? Woohoo! Shut up and take my money! Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. It's another episode of 1998. Was it great? Tonight, as you can tell by the title below, yes, below, Bash at the Beach 1998, a famous pay-per-view because of its main eventers. Dennis Rodman teams up with Hulk Hogan to take on Karl Malone and Diamond Dallas Page. It's July the 12th. Yes, we are a month late on this film. 1998. We are live at the Cox. I'm 32 in a week's time. Arena in San Diego with 10,000 fans on board. It may be crazy to not be doing Hogan versus Goldberg here, but it doesn't matter, as this pay-per-view did a massive 1.5 buy rates. Clearly the popularity of some bloke called Dennis Rodman is bigger than I could possibly have thought it was. I mean, I don't follow basketball, I don't follow celebrity culture. I have a vague idea who Rodzilla is. We'll talk about more in a minute. Yeah, Goldberg and Hogan. And we talked about this, me and Bobby Cash did last year, about the Nitro that Goldberg won the challenge at the Georgia Dome with ridiculous crowd on board. They did its proper rating instead of putting it here, where it would have done big money, or later on in the year where it would have done big money. You know, they just put it on Nitro so that Nitro could beat Raw for one night. They pissed away so much money. I'm sure it all made sense in Bischoff's or Hogan's mind. I'm sure it did. But man, Hogan wants to tag with Rodman, so it's one of those, look, I haven't got the title, I want to do that match instead. And then when this buy rate came in, they must have laughed their asses off. This is the only pay-per-view this year. No, it's not. I was going to say this year that beat the WWF. I'm not sure if that's right now I think about it. But yeah, big buy rate, isn't it? So, shall we get on with it? Yes, I think we should. Raven defeating Saturn in a Meh Raven's Rules match to open the show. Raven does a wrestling move. He does a pretty nice butterfly suplex. Lots of brawling, as you would expect. There's a lovely springboard leg drop onto a chair by Saturn. Raven has Lodi and Riggs with him, and they try to interfere, but they get suplexed. Ref eats a nasty big boot in the corner. Saturn hits a bulldog on the steps, then sets up two tables on the outside, okay? Table, and then a table with Raven in between. Then Konnan comes out, and Raven gets pulled out of in between the two tables by Konnan. Now Saturn has gone up to the top rope at this point. He's standing on the top rope. Now he can clearly see that Konnan has pulled Raven out of the way, but thinks, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Does an elbow drop through the tables. And the thing is, he only goes through the top table, so it looks absolutely shite. It's so bad. So bad. Oh, awful. And then Konnan pulls Raven into the ring, his new best friend who's just helped out, and hits a flatliner on him, because he can, I suppose. Raven no-sells it, hits a drop toe hold onto a chair for two. More flock interference leads to a Death Eye driver for Riggs, but that leaves Saturn wide open for the even flow DDT for the win at 10 minutes and 40 seconds. It's overbooked to hell. It's sloppy to boot. Had a few okay moments, and the crowd was seriously hot. I just can't overlook that one botch. I mean, it's one of those things, it's where we're all about suspension of disbelief, aren't we, watching this ridiculous thing that we watch. We know it's not real. We know it doesn't hurt, apparently. But it's just right. It's just the way that Saturn's on the top rope and he's looking down. Are you telling me that in kayfabe or in Perry Saturn's bonkers mind, he just can't see? He doesn't spot Konnan pull Raven. It's not even like he does it discreetly. It's obvious as he pulls him out. And it's the way that Saturn just seems to just go, Buyrate, watch this, boys. And he's meant to go through both the tables. He goes through one and then lands on the ground. And it's like, yeah, nasty bump. Gene Means talks to Eddy Guerrero ahead of his hair versus hair match with Chavo tonight. Eddy says he knows that Chavo Guerrero has snapped, because he has in the storyline, because he's challenged Stevie Ray to a match before his hair versus hair match. So yeah, got him. And he won't just cut Chavo's hair, no, he'll shave him bald. So good promo. Yeah, Juvetud Guerrero defeating Billy Kidman in a good match. Juvetud Guerrero, his nickname is The Juice. I don't know what that means. There's a wrestler in the UK, a British wrestler called CJ Banks, right? A phenomenal wrestler. His nickname is The Juice. In fact, in some wrestling companies, he's billed as just The Juice, not CJ Banks. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I mean, no, is he on the Juice? I don't know. Kidman gets a nice crossbody to the outside onto Lodi, who would come out with Billy Kidman, who he follows with a huge plancha, huge German suplex by Kidman is really nice. They brawl to the outside, right? Both men going into the rail. And then, in one of those, Tony Schiavone, you are a fucking idiot, alright? Sorry, a sunset flip by Kidman over the ropes. Sunset flip onto the fucking concrete, yeah? Looks onto the mat, sorry. Looks nasty. Guess what Tony Schiavone calls it? Yeah. It's a sunset flip, yeah? We know that. He calls it a sidewalk slam. Cause he's a moron. What a fucking ass. Powerbomb off the top by Kidman only gets 2, as Kidman can't get the cover because he's come down on his ass. Ass. I said ass and a fucking emergency service vehicle appeared. Fucking police car, believe it or not. See, now you've made me lose. I had a joke there, and it doesn't quite work because I've been interrupted. Let's do a rewind, right? So, powerbomb off the top rope, and Kidman can't capitalise because he's come down hard on his ass. He can't make the cover. Now, 2 weeks ago, I broke my coccyx, and so I can't sit down properly. So I can sympathise what it's like to have a broken ass, or a hurt ass. Let's go with that, shall we? Lovely run by Hoovis, followed by another like suplex for 2. Sidewalk suplex, side suplex, I'm fucking up now, buddy Tony. A side suplex also gets 2 as the crowd go oddly quiet. Bulldog gets 2 for Kidman. German suplex is countered into a Hoovy driver. That only gets 2. Shooting star press misses, and a 450 splash gets the win for The Juice. No selling, no storytelling. What would you expect? Nice flips, nice spots, all good. All good, nothing wrong with this whatsoever. Konnan talks to the guys at WCW.com for fucking ages. You're wondering, what's he talking about? Because you can't really hear what he's saying. He's talking to the guys who, he's being interviewed. So, like, shut up. I don't care about you at the best of times, Konnan. Shut up. Stevie Ray defeats Chavo Guerrera in a match. Sorry for the inverted commas, I know people don't like it. Due to the feud with Eddy, Chavo Guerrero has completely snapped. He comes out here wearing a rubber ring and he has a super soaker and he's mental, which is good. Chavo stalls for a bit. He dedicates the match to Eddy. He then offers his hand for a handshake. And when Stevie Ray shakes his hand, Chavo drops down to his knees and taps out to a handshake. That's a first. This was an angle. This wasn't a match. So I'm actually not going to give it a rating. There was a bell. If you want, there was a bell. There's 2 sets of bells. So if you by that very definition, it's a match, isn't it? If it's a match, it's a dud. But it did entertain me. So I don't know. It's a tricky one. The point is, basically, Eddy thought that Stevie Ray would murder Chavo. Chavo would go into his match. Eddy would have it simple. Chavo outwitted him. No problem with that whatsoever. But it was an angle, wasn't it? I don't think that's a match, do you? But then, it doesn't work, because Eddy Guerrero defeats Chavo Guerrero in an okay hair versus hair match. Chavo bites Eddy's ass to start the match, because he's mental, I guess. He follows that with a few more hilarious moments. Oh yeah, they are. They're actually quite funny. He then hits a massive back body drop. Then goes back to the bite in the ass. I don't know. The crowd thinks this is the best thing ever. One girl on camera, right? She must be sat near the hard camera thing. She sounds like she is crying laughing. This is hilarious. He's biting his ass, look. Look, he's biting. Funny. Raises a smirk, but I hope they get more serious. Eddy does, hitting a nice suplex followed by a dropkick, then works the back, including a hip toss into the railings and a gory special. Why not? Chavo comes back with a suplex on the concrete, but Eddy tries a superplex when they go inside. Chavo tries a frog splash. Eddy gets the knees up. Eddy then uses a tornado DDT. Fucking sweet. I like the way they're using each other's moves. He gets the scissors. He tries to cut Chavo's hair. The referee stops him. Tornado DDT by Chavo. Once again, Tony Schiavone strikes for the second time tonight. The Tornado DDT, right? What do you think Tony calls it? Bear in mind the sunset flip was a sidewalk slam. Tony Schiavone calls the Tornado DDT. Oh boy! You see, that's where I learned to commentate. My commentary style is just like that. Don't actually say what the move is, just go, oh, what a maneuver. And now Chavo has the scissors, but Eddy gets a cradle to win the match. So there we go. And you're like, all right, okay. This match, way too short. All matches so far tonight, way too short. Way too short. I'm guessing they want to do a long main event, which is a terrifying thought, isn't it? Chavo, nutcase that he is, won't let Eddy cut his hair because he wants to do it himself. So he gets the fucking clippers and just go, and then starts laughing, gets his water pistol and squirts it around, and then he goes to the camera. He goes, he won their match, but he doesn't want to shave my hair. I think he's a bit mental. Very good. I enjoyed this one. Chavo was, when he came out and was doing the bite in the ass thing, it's like, what's this? But yeah, I got more into, yeah, I enjoyed this one. A good match. The idiots, aka the commentators, tell us all about Dean Malenko getting suspended, even though it has no real bearing on the next match. The next match is a bonus match. We are lucky people. 2 weeks ago I went to Dragon Gate. I saw Yoshino versus Wild Boar. It's the dark bonus match. Yeah, that's nothing. That is nothing. Because here, it's Konnan defeating Disco Inferno. Disco has Alex Wright with him. He cuts a German promo for us. I don't know why. I don't speak German. Yeah, they both mock Konnan for a bit and then ask for their music so they can do some dancing. But good old K-Dog comes out with both Luger and Nash, making their only appearances of the night, which is good. Oh, and now Nash cuts a promo, killing a bit more time. Why do Americans say Wolfpack in the ha? What does that mean? Are you trying to say Wolfpack in the house, but you're forgetting the last 2 letters? Wolfpack in the ha! At One Night Stand 2005, Paul Heyman comes out and says ECW is in the ha! I don't know what that means. Why do you say that? Answer me down below. Anyway, all Konnan, all horrible. He gets chucked to the outside where Alex Wright can lay in some shite-looking kicks, right? He gets like 2 or 3 kicks and then starts to brag, turns around, Luger's there, rack. While that's all happening, the referee's distracted, jackknife powerbomb for Disco. I wasn't going to say 1, 2, 3, but no. He's got to get the win on his own. Tequila Sunrise, shit-looking one, gets the win. So Konnan couldn't beat Disco Inferno. He needed those 2 guys. What does that say about you? Pointless and shit and pointless and shit. The Giant. So I thought I'd just say a few more swear words. So I just know how much Phil Torkington loves it when I swear. Shitty fucking fuck. The Giant, not you, just swear words. The Giant, everyone, whoo, Phil Torkington, bastard, Pearson. Watching this with me, kids. The Giant defeating Kevin Greene in a piss poor match. This was supposed to be a tag match. Giant teaming with Henning to take on Greene and some guy called Goldberg. Alright? But Goldberg, selfish cunt that he is, went and won the world title, denying us of that match. What a bastard. Highlights of this one, that was meant to be highlights. Highlights of this one are a bear hug turned into a spine buster by Giant. That was alright. A very loud, very noticeable Goldberg chant right in the middle of the match. Clothesline off the top by Greene and the match-winning chokeslam by Giant. Crap match. Next. Backstage, Curt Hennig knows how to beat the Giant, which is nice. And then, in one of those, oh, it's so refreshing to see, we get a video package highlighting the Dean Malenko versus Chris Jericho feud. Fucking sweet. They were meant to be fighting at this pay-per-view. They had a no-touch clause, which you don't see very often anymore. I remember, if I think of that, I think of the one for No Way Out 2001 when it's Austin versus Triple H and then no touching clause in a while. And basically, Jericho goaded Malenko into touching him, and Dean attacked and got suspended. So why not? And yeah, so wish Jericho did this more often. I also wish WCW did this so much more often, because it makes watching a match make sense, or it makes, you know, at the end of the day, if you're not watching Nitro like I'm not, just watching these, you're going, so what's happening? I don't know. But with certain things like this, you've got video package and it's all good. Jericho comes out and he wants to do some soft shoe dancing for us. I assume it's dancing, I don't know. He says, I want to do some soft shoe for us. I go, what's that then? He's got a hat and a cane. I don't know what he means. Then JJ fucking Dillon comes out and makes it Jericho. I'm all over the shop. I'm a blue spot, man. It's like crack cocaine for me, it really is. Jericho versus someone. The someone is a local boy. The someone hasn't wrestled for 6 months. And the someone is fucking Rey Mysterio. Crowd goes mental for this. Oh, it's no disqualifications. Well, Jericho had said, can it still be a no disqualification match? So, Rey Mysterio defeating Chris Jericho in a match to win the Cruiserweight Championship. Rey Mysterio looks like he's been at the Ico Pro, if you know what I mean. He has a very, very large brace on his left knee. Jericho, this is nice, I like this. Jericho's the one who put him out at Sold Out, destroying the knee. So he hasn't wrestled 6 months, and here's the return match. I like this, no problem with that bit. Jericho targets the knee, all right? They brawl to the entranceway, where they both take some big bumps. Because it's a summertime, there's a beach scene. It's bash at the beach at the end of the day, even though they're not at the beach. They're in an arena. But yeah, they both clamp a tower and they both take bumps onto a giant sandcastle. Now, Tony calls it a very soft landing, but then reminds us that sand is very irritating, and it is. It gets on my fucking tits. Sorry, Phil. Yeah. Power slam off the top by Jericho is greeted by silence. A chair makes them come alive. Shots to the knee with the chair. Why not? Rey sells them nicely when he starts his comeback with the chair. He does. He limps and everything. Rey then botches a Rana. Jericho can't get the tamer, and here's Dean Malenko, who didn't see that one coming. Distraction leads to a horrible looking roll up for the win. Enjoyed the psychology part of it. Jericho working the leg was lovely. What I haven't mentioned is that Rey Mysterio's move, every single move he does, every one is sloppy as hell. He does not look like he should be in the ring yet. Let's put it that way. It's one of those, I think the comeback's too soon. Nice feel-good moment from winning the championship, but I don't like that finish at all. I do not like that. But yeah, he won on a fluke. It's that simple. You know, he doesn't deserve the belt. Some guy called Travis Tritt is at Road Wild. Oh, yes! Shut up and take my money for the second time in one night. Booker T defeats Bret Hart in a match. TV championships on the line because Booker wins by disqualification. He remains as champion. Booker controls from the start, which makes Bret mad. So he works the leg a little bit. Booker gets a slam, but Bret chucks him to the outside and drives him back first. He moves the steps out of the way, drives him back first into the ring post. What an evil man you are, Bret Hart. More working on the back, no worries about that at all. Backbreaker, Russian leg sweep, elbow off Bret's throat. Booker botches a sunset flip, and it's covered really well by Bobby Heenan on commentary, who says, look, because his back's so weak, he can't do the sunset flip. This happens a couple of times. He goes to do moves and can't do them, because, basically, Heenan's commentary in this match especially is very, very good. But then, Booker does the classic thing and makes a comeback. So he does the axe kick, and he does the flapjack, and then you're going, all right, okay, that's all good. You can do those moves. The back isn't that bad. Does a spinner, really, just not interested, just don't care. Anyway, all this makes Bret pissed off even more, so he gets a chair and takes out Booker T with it, because he can, and then lays in some evil chair shots to the knee, and then, if that's not enough, bear in mind, like I said, Booker's got this huge brace on his left knee, just like Ray did, yeah? So bashing, bishy, all that, and then the ring post figure 4, and he locks it on for ages and ages and ages. Stevie Ray comes out, walks to the ring. So you're going, oh, something's up here. And then he doesn't really try and get Bret out of it. He sort of stares at him for a minute, then gets him to break it. And then you go, oh, here comes the turn, no, they just walk out together. So you go, oh, okay. Thing is, I think in one of the, it's weird because I think the crowd were all expecting a turn. We're all expecting the turn. So that when he didn't turn, the whole crowd started booing. Like, oh, come on, I wanted to see him turn. Boo! Boo! Boo those men! We get some clips of Goldberg beating Hogan, which is good. I like that. Goldberg defeating Curt Hennig in a nothing match to retain the WCW Championship. Mike Tenay says as Goldberg's coming to the ring. No, sorry, Tony says, look at the belt on Goldberg. Tenay quips back, yeah, perfect fit. And you're going, I don't know what to make of that. Is Tony trying to say that the belt was just a bit too big for Hogan? Or was he saying that the belt's a bit too small for Hogan? This belt is just right. I don't get it. They've got buckles on the back. They're adjustable. It's the one size fits all thing, isn't it? I don't understand. Anyway, this match is, it's a Goldberg match. You can probably imagine Henning works the knee for a while. I like the psychology aspect of that. Bear in mind, this match goes 4 minutes, so there's not a lot of working the knee. And it's more like, you just imagine, work the knee, Goldberg no sells it. Perfect Plex gets 2. Goldberg demolishes them. Absolutely not demolishing them. Nothing special whatsoever. And then Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman defeating DDP and Karl Malone in a rubbish main event. I don't know who Malone is. I know of Malone because of this match. I know of this match because I saw it on the, they did the Legends of Wrestling series. They did one about celebrities, and DDP was very, very, very defensive of this match when Jim Ross was trying to rip it. I think Jim Ross was trying to rip it to bits, and DDP was like, no, you're wrong on that one. Malone was amazing, all right? Rodman, big star at this time. I don't follow basketball at all. I truly couldn't give a shit. He seems like he was a good basketball player. If you look at his stats, I mean, you can go on Wikipedia, there's his stats. He scored some baskets. I don't know what. I don't do basketball. I'm too small. Bouncy. It's good. Yeah, but he also, it seems to me, as someone on the outside looking in, that it seems like his outside appearances are more popular. He makes him more popular than Hennig. Wasn't he banging Carmeletta at this time? Wow. But yeah, look at the buy rate again, 1.5. These people are prepared to see this man. They're prepared to watch a wrestling show to see this man. Okay, so, I mean, one problem with this match, you can probably imagine what it is, and that is that, well, apparently, I don't know if this is true, I'm sure my friend Anywhere Wolfpack can let us know down below. Apparently Hogan wanted 45 minutes for this match. Even Bischoff, in his infinite stupidity, went, no, you can have 25 if you're not 45. Problem with that is, of course, there's about 5 minutes of actual wrestling content in this match, and it goes for 23 minutes and 44 seconds. I mean, it is dog shit bad. There's endless stalling. Just when you think the two basketball players are going to lock up, Rodman goes, oh, but I haven't taken my shades off. So they go into the corner and Hogan takes the shades off. And things like that, that just go on and on. Problem number 2 is that Rodman looks off his face. He looks absolutely weak. Weak. It looks like weakered. Whatever. He falls on his bum 5 times in this match, by my count. 5 times he botches things, so he falls down. At one point, he's got Malone, I think it is. Oh, it might be Page. He's got one of the faces trapped in the arms, so Hogan can punch him. Hogan punches him. Rodman falls down. The commentary tried to cover it. Oh, Hogan hit him so hard that Rodman fell down. No, he just fell on his arse. Looks off his face. Malone looks like he's trying. He looks like he's having a good time in there. And literally, I mean, I write that on my, where is it on my notes? Malone, on the other hand, looks pumped up and works hard, selling Hogan's offense. And then as I write that, he doesn't jump for a back suplex, so that looks horrible. Yeah, the best part of this match, the crowd seemed to like it. The best part of this match, though, is Rodman. Trust me, it is. He's so bad, he's entertaining. You want Hogan to tag him in so you can watch him come in and make a tit of himself. That's the entertainment factor from this match. I don't really think that's what they were going for when they booked him and gave him lots of money. Now, I need to know, did Rodman's appearance in this 1.5 buy rate, did it do anything for Nitro's numbers? That's the interesting thing. Yeah, should we skip to the finish? As Page gets a diamond cutter on Hogan, Malone hits one on Rodman, but then the Disciple, who had come out with the NWO guys, hits a stunner on Page so Hogan can get the win at 23 minutes and 44 seconds. The match was awful. The crowd liked it. Props to Malone, I suppose, because he was clearly trying. All right, seriously, guys, don't ever book any celebrities in your matches again. What's that? Jay Leno? Nah, they wouldn't put him in a match. That'd be ridiculous. What's going on with the NWO Wolfpack and Hollywood angle? There was nothing at all on this show. I mean, Wolfpack came out for Konnan's match, and that's it. That's a bit strange, isn't it? The 2 good matches. All right. I mean, one of them I think I might have overrated a little bit. 3 stars for the cruiserweight match. Might be closer to 2. So yeah, it's one of those. Look, if you want to watch this pay-per-view so you can say you've seen the main event, maybe because you want to talk to yourself, perhaps, go watch it. I would say this show is utterly avoidable, though. I mean, really, there is nothing to see here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next in the series, SummerSlam 1998. I would do ECW Heatwave 1998, but the OSW guys did such a good job of reviewing it that there is nothing that I can add other than saying some guy or an emergency service vehicle going past to add to theirs. So what I'll do is I'll put a link to the description of their video in the description below. Yeah, SummerSlam 1998. Everyone remembers it being a classic. But was it? Find out next time as we go to 1998 some more. I've been Mark P. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please leave me a lovely comment down below if you haven't already. Check me out on Twitter. Add me on Facebook, and all the links are down below. I've been Mark P. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm in considerable pain because of my broken ass. So I'm going to go and sit on my little rubber ring. Take it easy, guys.